Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Rob. I'm joined today by Dave.
Hello.
We're at Gamescom, Dave.
Yes, we're back.
We're back at Gamescom, and we have just played Ghostrunner 2, which I think, Dave, is the most fun I've had in a game where I've died over and over and over again.
Yeah. It's, to be fair, a big part of the game.
Yeah.
So it's good that they made it so much fun.
Typically, I would hate that.
Yes.
As regular viewers of the channel may know, I hate a challenge. Ghostrunner 2, very challenging game. The first game was notoriously very challenging.
Yeah.
But it's got, for me, it reminded me of that gameplay loop you get in something like Hotline Miami, where it's like,
oh, so true.
As soon as you get hit, you're dead, but you're very quickly back into the action, inching forward, making progress. For those of you who don't know Ghostrunner, it's a first-person perspective action slasher game set in like a dystopian cyberpunk future, and you play as a ghost runner called Jack, and basically you're leaping around, wall running, slashing your way through these levels as stylishly as possible.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's kind of like I think Hotline Miami is an excellent kind of touch point for this game. It's almost like a puzzliness to it. I think there are many ways you can play. You can play it like a puzzle.
Yeah.
You can go in, die, think, or try a different route, or try a different kind of power or move. You can do it much more like stylishly and just try and chain together. A big part of the game is the movement, and you can kind of build this momentum of like sliding, jumping, strafing. I really love that there's a kind of, I can't remember what the mode is called, but you hold down R1.
Yes.
You can kind of pause time and do a paused time strafe.
That was the coolest thing ever. Like being in midair, seeing a bullet coming towards you, holding down R1, and gives you that little slowdown opportunity to sort of dodge in midair, and then there'll be like a grapple point above you. So, and the most fun I had, in fact, was the final combat encounter of the demo section that we got to play of the game. Was a pretty challenging fight, and I died a lot of times in this fight.
Me too.
But the more I died, and this is weird for me, the more fun I started to have, because I got to know the first part of this combat encounter so well that I was pulling it off with muscle memory, like grappling over a first bit. And I really enjoy all the variety of enemies you get as well, and how you can adapt your tactics depending on what enemy you're facing. There's like a guy who smashes like a big heavy attack weapon down into the floor, and it sends like an electrical shockwave out, so you've got to jump over that, little hop over that, slash. Then some guys with like batons come, little dodge around them, one slash takes them out. And combining wall runs and grapples and sliding and strafing and getting it all down to, like I say, you learn a dance basically. It's like a choreographed dance through these levels. And it's one of those things where it's very replayable, and it wants you to go back in and beat your time and do a no-death run. I imagine it's one of those games where once you get a real good grip on the controls and also learn the levels as well, those run-throughs are going to be so satisfying to pull off.
Definitely. I think it's really important to say, I don't think, that is one way to play. I think some players will just spend hours in this game, nailing every little bit, tying everything together, as I said, like the kind of momentum, that movement you describe, jumping, wall running, sliding, strafing, kill here, over there. My experience of playing the game, for the first time, I haven't played the first game, and this is my first time playing Ghostrunner 2, was much more kind of tentative. Like, I'm not putting together loads of great moves, but I still had loads of fun, because it's strong enough to hold up to that. Like, the game is just good. A big thing for me was game feel in there. Like the first kill you make, it just feels so good. Those little touches of slow motion here and there. It's such a stylish game.
It's very stylish.
And the game feel of like when you do pull off a little move here, something there, maybe a perfect parry, with the kill.
The parries and then the follow-up like kill cam animation. So good.
But I think the big thing is like you are going to die in this game. You're going to die loads, but that's just part of it. They expect that, and it's part of solving the puzzle. and they peppered the checkpoints so liberally, and it is immediate.
Yes.
You die immediately. You press triangle, you go back.
Yeah.
Immediately, and I am like such a sucker for that kind of gameplay loop. My thumb has pressed it before I've even realised I'm doing it, and you're back in.
It sort of eliminates any kind of frustration you feel at dying.
Exactly.
And like you said, the checkpoints are so well placed that you never feel like, oh man, I'm going to have to do loads again. You're always like, at most 30 seconds back from where you died.
Yeah.
So you're straight back into the thick of it.
I think
it's really satisfying.
The other massive thing we've got to talk about is the other like huge mode of gameplay, which is on the bike.
The bike.
Obviously, we saw this revealed at the PlayStation showcase, and we were lucky enough to have a go in the demo today. It's so much fun. I mean, you basically are just racing a motorbike through unreal kind of gravity-defying levels.
Yeah.
You're avoiding big fans, you're having to open doors at the last minute with a slash of your sword, and you're racing against the clock, or not an actual clock, but you know, I was chasing the signal. If you go too slowly, you fail.
Yeah.
I had a massive grin on my face just playing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really weird because it pulls through lots of elements from the kind of on-foot section of the gameplay, as we said, like the movement and that kind of momentum, but there's, at least in what we played, there was no combat. It's a kind of a different challenge.
Yeah.
It's much more fast and frenetic, but still, there's all those same liberal use of checkpoints.
Yeah.
If you go wrong, quick press a triangle, you're back and you're carrying on, and it just feels, it was just such a good fun.
I found the motorbike section, maybe more than the on-foot sections, gave you a little bit of a window to react to things at the very last moment. Like, you'll see like an obstacle coming towards you and like, oh my god, where do I go? And then just at the last minute you'll see a ramp going around it, or like a switch you can hit to open the door. The amount of times I was like, oh god, quickly shifting to something else, and you're going along, you could like essentially drive along the wall sometimes, like your center of gravity shifts and then you come back down.
It's the hallmark of amazing level design, especially in the bike section. I remember there's this one section where I was just driving towards a fan, big red fan that was going way too fast, and I thought, I don't know where to go, and in the last minute I saw this little turning off and I took it and I felt like an absolute king. Ultimately, that's level design done really, really well, but it made me feel good. I think we should say, Rob, we didn't play the first game.
No.
But talking to the developers, if you did play the first game, you will love to hear there is now a block. I don't know how there wasn't a block in the first game. My God, that must have been just like insane.
Must have been very good at dodging.
Yeah.
The guy who was watching me play had to remind me at one stage, you can press block here. I was determined to kill this one guy really stylishly. No, I'm going to grapple, and whilst I grapple, I'm going to dodge his bullets and land on his head and kill him. And I managed to do it once. All the other times, I was like, okay, I'll just block now. I'll swallow my pride and use the block.
I'll just get it done rather than doing it brilliantly. Another thing, if you are a Ghostrunner veteran, is that they've added a skip to the cutscenes, which if you are one of those speedrunners trying to get it just getting it done, and you're not so interested in the story perhaps, or you've seen it a million times already, you can skip now, which I'm sure will be good news to a lot of people. They have listened. But yeah, I haven't played the first game. I'm definitely going to be playing this game. It's like really, really up my street. It's so much fun.
It's going to be so competitive as well, I think, in the Access office, getting the best times.
Yeah.
And we should now climax the video, Dave, with the all-important stat reveal. Because at the end of our hands-on, we were presented with a screen that told us how many times we died and what our completion time was. I've not told Dave my stats, he's not told me his.
No.
We're about to reveal to each other for the first time what those stats were, to see who is the best Ghostrunner 2 player.
We took photos. We'll see if we can get this into the video as well, these photos. Right. I am finding my photo.
I have mine.
Okay.
All right. So, Dave, how many times did you die?
50.
86. I died about 50 times on the last fight.
That last fight is difficult.
That last fight was difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave, what was your completion time?
My completion time was 24 minutes, 26 seconds and .42.
35 minutes, 56 seconds, 0.28. Well, Dave did it faster and he died fewer times.
But
well done, Dave.
We both enjoyed it equally.
And that's what counts. That's definitely what counts.
Yes.
Well, I'm surprised how much I enjoyed a game where I died 86 times.
I'm surprised.
But I absolutely love my hands-on with Ghostrunner 2. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment if you're looking forward to playing the game. It's out on PS5 on the 26th of October. Subscribe and click the notification bell if you haven't already done so, because we've got loads more coming up from Gamescom, and be sure to not miss any of it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
PlayStation